Vasudevam Sutam Devam
Sutam Devam
Kansachanuramardanam
Chanurmardanam
Devaki
Devaki
Paramanandam
Paramanandam
Krishnam
Krishnam
Vande Jagadguru
Jagadguru
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Jagadguru. Yes, explains the different characteristics of gunas manifesting in persons of different qualities, karma, that is karma of previous lives, and sanchit karma, that of the current life. Both determine the different degrees of influence the gunas have in everyone's existence. Lord Krishna teaches us to come to the stage of understanding that the Atma is beyond the guna, which influence action through the mind that develops desires and senses which come into touch with the material environment. Text 14.5 explains that the eternal Atma is bound to the three gunas when coming in contact with material nature, while text 14.19 reveals that God is transcendent to the three gunas. Text 14.21 states, one becomes free from the miseries associated with birth, death, old age, and disease. Arjuna eventually asks about the qualities of one who has gone beyond the three gunas, to which Lord Krishna explained that when one is not disturbed with the presence of the three gunas, nor longs for them in their absence, one becomes well established in the self. Happiness and distress, honor and dishonor, with friend and enemy, treats cloth, stone, and gold alike, and has abandoned all senses of proprietorship. One then develops pure bhakti and serves the Lord with anyaya bhav, that is avyabhicharyana, unalloyed devotion, rising to the level of Brahman. Those serving me with unalloyed devotion come to the level of Brahman. In this level of consciousness, the three gunas have no influence upon one who is thus situated in transcendence. Have been explained in the previous stanzas. The immortal and the mortal Brahman, or the Nirguna Brahman, is reached by Jnana Yoga. By serving the Lord through Karma Yoga, the eternal Dharma, or the Sanatan Dharma, which is another name for the Brahmans, is one's own. The practice of Raja Yoga culminates in the creation of Amrita Dhara, the desire nectar, the divine nectar, which provides absolute bliss, which is another name for Brahman. Thus, all the four yogas are paths by pursuing which of the sadhak gets beyond the three gunas. The right course is to adopt all these four yogas simultaneously. He who does so traverses the three gunas and gets into Brahman, who is the supreme beyond of them.
All that we have in life, the three modes of material nature, meaning the gunas, we are conditioned by this. In chapter 14 is a very beautiful chapter. It summarizes who we are, how we are born, with what are the qualities. For example, we form part of the material nature, meaning earth, water, fire. But a combination of that is not life until it is impregnated by the energy of the Lord. Once it is impregnated, then the life starts. So this is our start. But then what happens? We are actually very, very pure. What happens? We become conditioned by our material senses. We look for sense gratification. And therefore we fall into one of the modes. It can be, and we should also understand that a person can be in the morning in the mode of goodness, during the day in the mode of passion, and the afternoon in the mode of ignorance. The same person. So it is the degree of proportionality that we are conditioned in, and that we have to be able to transcend all this. This is not the ultimate. We have to move above the sense of goodness, above the mode of goodness, and be in a transcendental state. So then the Arjuna asked, what are the qualities of one who has transcended the three modes? The qualities, what we must do to overcome them, meaning let us not be trapped in dualities. When we are not affected, and that is very important. This is a very crucial stage in the process of moving in advancement to spiritual knowledge. How do we overcome these dualities? Either in mode of goodness, in the state of happiness or distress, pain or pleasure. We should not be affected by this. We become equipoised, neutralized. Then we start understanding who we are in the true sense. We are nearing the truth. And when we keep moving, then 26 shows us that there is a process in 26 that explains what happiness is and what happens when one is engaged in full devotional service to transcend the three modes. It is step by step. And then in 27, of course, the ultimate level of spiritual advancement is to reach immortality, imperishability, eternity, and in blissful happiness. These are three stages where we learn it is Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. These three. And so,
to say what are the marks of him, that is the one who has transcended to the three qualities, the three gunas. What is his type of contact? How does he behave when he goes beyond the three gunas? Where does he go in this one? So then the Bhagwan Shree Krishna answered to him that when light, which is related to sattvic, when activity, which is related to the rajasic, and when delusion, which is tamasic, when they are present, he has no concern. He doesn't hate them. That person will have nothing to do with that. But what it says here, if you pause these three gunas, you won't be bothered about these. You'll be and staying with whatever guna is around you. And he said further, Bhagwan said further to Arjuna, that it is like someone who is unconcerned, someone who is not moved by any qualities, any gunas. And if that happens, when someone is self-centered, and he cannot, nobody can move him or her. Because he said, continued Bhagwan, explaining to Arjuna, he who is the same in pleasure and pain, who dwells in the self, to whom a piece of earth or a stone and gold will look alike, they're all similar, nothing that more precious than the other, who is the same even to dear ones, and he is the same to unfriendly people as well, who is good in when people speak bad of him, and if people speak praise of him, he does not show any difference. Who is good in honor, the same in honor as in dishonor, is the same as to friend and to his foes. This is a type of person then. And then Bhagwan adds something else while saying that to Arjuna. And he said, he, that is a person who serves me with unswerving devotion, he who has crossed the three gunas is fit to become Brahma. That is this. Why does he say that? He does a conclusion in the 27th verse, where he says, Brahmano hi pratisthaham amritsya vyavascha shashvatasya dharmasya sukhase kantikasya cha. So what he says here is a abode. Aham means I, pratishtha is a abode, is a foundation of Brahma. Indeed, he meaning I am indeed the abode of Brahma. Brahma, the abode of Brahma, which is the Amritsya, meaning immortal, Avyasya, which is immutable, Shashvatasya. Shashvatasya is everlasting, so it is eternal. This is a characteristic of that abode, where Bhagwan, the Brahma. So he says, the self which is immortal and immutable, which is attainable by eternal dharma, or the knowledge of the self, which is unending bliss, and abides in me, that in me meaning in Bhagwan Shree Krishna, the Supreme Being. I am therefore that he is, Bhagwan is the innermost self, the abode of the Supreme Self. And the aspirant, meaning the person who is trying to reach there, who is have been able to go beyond the three Gunas, okay, he will behold with the eye of intuition. He is a very supreme self. And this can happen with self-realization. Therefore, the Lord, the Bhagwan Shree Krishna, give grace and mercy to his devotees through his Shakti, his power, his energy, his Maya. Om Tat Saditi Srimad BhagwadGita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Gunatrayo Vidhi Bhaga Yogona Chaturdasho Adhyayah. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.